Are you kidding me? Right now. Are we seriously about to see Abigail Klein exit the canvas in handcuffs while Alex Kyriakis plays happy family with Joy Wesley? I am completely losing my mind over this leak. Hey Days fans, welcome back. I've got some massive Salem drama to unpack today, and trust me, you are going to want to sit down for this one. It is a beautiful day to talk some trash about the absolute mess happening in Salem. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell because we are diving deep into the absolute destruction of Alex and Stephanie's marriage. Let's be real for a second. The writers are completely tearing Stephanie Johnson apart right now, and while the soap opera drama is top tier, I am genuinely stressed out for her character. We have to talk about this massive baby bomb that just detonated in the middle of her living room. Joy Wesley showing up out of nowhere with baby Kelsey is the exact kind of sweeps month cliffhanger we live for, but it is entirely destroying Stephanie's sanity. And the worst part? Alex Kyriakis didn't even cheat. I want to be mad at Alex, I really do, but he is just as blindsided by this as Stephanie is. He thought Joy had a negative pregnancy test over a year ago. He had no idea this baby existed, but that doesn't change the fact that his marriage is currently going up in flames. I honestly believe Joy Wesley is playing a massive, calculated game right now. Look at her DNA. She is the daughter of Craig and Nancy Wesley. Scheming is literally in her blood. Joy wants Alex. She has always wanted Alex. And I think she is absolutely willing to use baby Kelsey as a weapon to steal him right out from under Stephanie. Joy knows exactly what she is doing by playing the sweet, accommodating co-parent. She is setting up this perfect little family dynamic, and she is fully banking on Stephanie pushing Alex away. Joy is toxic, she is manipulative, and the actress, Alex Ann Hopkins, is absolutely killing it with those smug little looks she gives when Alex isn't watching. I can't stand Joy right now, which means the writers are doing their jobs perfectly. And then we have Alex. Oh, Alex. I think the guy is a complete idiot when it comes to reading the room, but we have to look at his history. Alex was abandoned by his biological mother, Angelica Devereaux. That trauma runs so deep in his veins. Because of that, Alex is never, ever going to turn his back on his child. He is going to be hyper-focused on Kelsey, and he is going to force this co-parenting relationship with Joy, whether Stephanie likes it or not. But Alex is completely blind to how his overbearing, protective nature is suffocating his wife. Stephanie's already drowning, and Alex throwing a surprise baby into the mix is the anchor pulling her straight to the bottom of the ocean. But let's get to the darkest part of this entire storyline, because this is where things get genuinely terrifying. Stephanie is losing her grip on reality. The trauma from being kidnapped and held captive by Owen Kent has completely broken her. She is suffering from severe PTSD. She is having nightmares, and she feels like she has zero control over her own life. First, she loses her agency to a psychotic kidnapper, and now she is losing her marriage to a surprise baby mama. To make matters worse, Jeremy Horton just misread a vulnerable moment and kissed her. Stephanie is surrounded by men who are crossing her boundaries, and she is a ticking time bomb. The countdown has officially started. I cannot believe Steve Johnson gave her a gun. I know Patch is a legendary ISA agent, and he wants to protect his little sweetness, but handing a loaded firearm to a woman who is actively spiraling into a mental breakdown is a terrible, terrible idea. We literally saw Stephanie at the gun range with Steve aiming at the target, and she was imagining Owen Kent's face. That wasn't just a throwaway scene, you guys. That was massive foreshadowing. The writers are setting up something huge, and I am terrified of what Stephanie's going to do when she is fully pushed over the edge. Here's my wild prediction, and I strongly feel this is exactly where the May sweeps are heading. Owen Kent's trial is coming up. We know this. They have been dropping hints about his court date for weeks. I think Stephanie's going to walk into that courtroom completely detached from reality. She is going to see Owen Kent sitting at that defense table, probably flashing that disgusting, arrogant smirk of his, and she is going to snap. I honestly believe Stephanie is going to pull that gun out of her purse and shoot Owen Kent right there in front of the judge, the jury, and half of Salem. Can you even imagine the chaos? Picture the scene, the echo of the gunshot ringing through the courtroom. Steve and Kayla screaming in horror. Alex standing there, completely paralyzed, realizing he pushed his wife too far. It would be an absolute masterpiece of soap opera television. But it also begs a massive question. Is Abigail Klein leaving the show? If Stephanie guns down an unarmed in a courtroom, she is going straight to Statesville prison. There is no getting out of that. You can plead temporary insanity, but she still brought a loaded weapon into a federal building with premeditated intent. If you ask me, an exit for Abigail Klein makes a lot of sense right now. The character of Stephanie has been put through the absolute ringer. Sometimes a legacy character needs to be written off the canvas for a few years to reset. Sending Stephanie to prison for shooting her kidnapper would be an incredibly dramatic, unforgettable exit. It would also perfectly clear the path for Joy Wesley to swoop in and take over the Kyriakis mansion. Joy would get exactly what she wants: Alex, the baby, and the billionaire lifestyle, while Stephanie rots in a jail cell. It makes me sick to even think about it, but it is brilliant soap writing. Look at the history of this show. Salem courtrooms are basically shooting galleries at this point. Remember when Sammy Brady shot E.J. DiMera in the head? Remember when Hope Brady completely lost her mind and gunned down Stefano DiMera? Legacy women in Salem have a long, proud history of taking the law into their own hands when the trauma becomes too much to bear. Stephanie is a Johnson and a Brady. She has that wild, rebellious blood in her. Shooting her tormentor is exactly the kind of unhinged, dramatic move a Brady woman makes when her back is against the wall. Now, there is an alternate theory here. Maybe Stephanie doesn't shoot Owen. Maybe she just completely breaks down before the trial even starts. If Alex keeps pushing this happy blended family narrative with Joy, I could easily see Stephanie packing her bags and leaving the Kyriakis mansion. She might just move back in with Steve and Kayla to take a desperately needed break from her own life. Patch and Kayla would fiercely protect her, and it would give Stephanie the space to heal without Joy's smug face taunting her every single day. But honestly, that is way too boring for Sweeps Month. I want the courtroom shootout. I want the drama. The tension right now is off the charts. Every single time Stephanie touches that gun, my heart stops. Abigail Klein is acting her heart out, delivering this raw, painful performance of a woman who is completely unraveling. And Robert Scott Wilson is doing a fantastic job playing the oblivious, well-meaning husband who is accidentally destroying his own marriage. The chemistry, the history, the stakes, everything is perfectly aligned for a massive explosion, and Owen Kent is going to be the catalyst that blows this entire family apart. I am telling you right now, Joy Wesley is the true villain of this story. Owen Kent might be the physical threat, but Joy is the psycho.